Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. How'd you get on top? Welcome to Real News Live. It is a Tell the Truth Wednesday. I'm your host, Mike Barra, in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined as I always am by the lovely lady with the lustrous hair from Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Fuller-Dorian. Jen, how are you on this wonderful Wednesday?
Doing good. It's a good
Doing
day.
good. A couple things. Yeah, I didn't make the show last night. Jen and I were just talking about it. I had to undergo a dental treatment yesterday, and they put me under on what they call conscious sedation. It's like not clonazepam, but something like that relaxes you. And I just felt terrible all day yesterday. I felt terrible from the time I got home. Once the numbness wore off, I could barely keep my eyes open. I think I was only up after the procedure. I was only awake for about 6 hours the whole rest of the day. I went to bed. I got up for about 5 or 6 hours, went back to bed, felt terrible, had no capability of doing the show last night. And I had felt like I had the flu. This morning I woke up in a pool of my own sweat, which was really gross. And it's like I was in menopause or something. And Jen was teasing me about that. And on top of that, Jen, they only got half the work done. They only got this side done. They didn't get this side done because they said I was talking too much and gagging too much. And I'm like, I was only in the chair for like 2 hours, and they scheduled.
You were talking? While you were out?
They scheduled me for 4 or 5. It's weird because I remember up to a certain point, of things happening, and then there's this whole period I don't remember anything at all, and then all of a sudden they're taking the mask off me, and I'm like, what are we doing? Are we done? And they said, no, we didn't get any of this stuff done on the lower left, and now I got to go back. And they're not going to charge me extra, but they tried to say it was my fault, and it was only like a couple hours after I got in the chair, so I think they just had another client coming in. So they
just got tired of you.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, what were you saying? Like you were out? Were you out?
I was not out. No, I was not knocked out, but it is intense enough. Viazalam or something like that. I forget the name of it, but it's they use it for conscious sedation for people that have really bad gagging problems like I have. But I don't, the thing is, Jen, I remembered a lot of what happened. I remember them putting stuff in here to make molds, which is kind of an unpleasant thing. And I didn't gag. And so I don't, when they tell me I was gagging so bad, triazolam, thank you, Jennifer Gadbaugh. I don't believe it, but I don't remember any. I would have remembered that. I would have remembered anyway, but I felt terrible all day. I felt terrible all night. My sleep was totally fitful. It was terrible. So I apologize for not doing the show last night, but wasn't even close to being able to go on the air. And, I was reading all the stuff they make you fill out, and it was like, don't operate a car for 24 hours. And I took Barkley on his walk, and I was like, whoa, I'm pretty dizzy this morning.
I'm just coming down.
So Jen, you think I'm just purging, so apparently it takes 24 hours to purchase out of your system. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, it's triazolam. So I'm starting to feel relatively normal, but I'd like to go back to bed right now. I really would. I'd like to go back to bed, but I'd probably just sweat again. But we're here. And then Jen, don't I get my yearly reading today, right?
We could put it off if you're not feeling well.
No. I want to do it. Well, if you're ready to do it.
I am always ready. I am up and ready to go.
I'm even willing to miss my Manchester. I'm willing to miss my Manchester City game to get part of it anyway, to to get my reading today. And today is the last day that you can sign up for the yearly look ahead, right? Is that?
Yes, the yearly forecast reading will be, I will take it down tomorrow. The 1st, you have until whenever I get on there tomorrow morning to take it off. But I'm not going to offer, I only offer them for 1 month out of the year. That's January, and January is over after today. So
Yes.
get them now. JenniferFalah.com.
I have to pay some bills and go to go to JenniferFalah.com. JenniferFalah.com. Pick that stuff up. And there we go. So go do that, because Jen and I are going to do our reading today. One thing I wanted to say about Monday's show is one of the things you said is train derailments. You got the impression that trains were going to be derailed, like deliberately. I got the impression deliberately derailed to stop the flow of immigrants through the country, right? And we didn't get that today, but Joe Biden is going to go visiting in East Palestine, Ohio, 1 year after the train derailment and chemical spill there today.
Was it a chemical spill? I mean,
Trump went a year ago.
Has this been an ongoing war? And have they been transporting illegal immigrants on these trains? That surprised me when I got that information, and I'm like, well, I really didn't think about that. Yeah. We always thought it was human trafficking, which basically is. But and then we get the cover story of chemical spills and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
now we're here, and
anyway, we still have plenty of time. It's only been a couple days since we got that, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the other scenario could still fill out, but I thought, well, that's kind of a gentle right there that talks about.
That's interesting, the timing on that.
Yeah, train derailments back in the news when Jen says, "What are we going to see in the news this week?"
You know, and it's like, so if you hear train derailment and illegal immigration, I don't know how I wrote it down, something like that. I mean, that doesn't, I don't know, that could be the basic idea of what's going on, and like a hint of, okay, hey, he's going out there because of that. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, I have one other piece of information from my broker buddy or friend who's monitoring a bondholder. I told you on Monday he had his 1%. He could see it in his bank account. He was told tomorrow morning he will have access to his 1%. So that is something we will wait for. If that happens, then we will know we are in motion.
Okay, now access to a 1%. 1% would be from what I've received, would be the bank loan.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, so we've taken your bonds and your currency, and we have, given you what it's worth and put it into a treasury account, and the treasury recognizes that account and then tells the bank, okay, we recognize this as an asset. You can go ahead and loan out your 1%. That's why we got big banks doing it, because large amounts. And then there is now the delay on accessing the 1% is probably with the bank. And maybe with these large amounts, maybe it takes them some time to get that together.
Mm-hmm. Well, plus they want to make money in a pass-through account. They want to make interest on it just sitting in there.
So anyway, but that's not. So at full access would be access to, or full access to the 1% is access to the monies that are loaned to you for a short period of time until you have full access of your treasury account. And that is when we go to gold.
Yeah. So, okay. I don't have a lot to talk to you about. So, do you want to just take questions and go from there?
Sure.
All right. So we have how many? We got 2, 3, 4. We got about 550 people in our Wednesday live stream today. Thank you guys all for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. We're not like Phil. We don't get 20 million people on our live streams like Phil does, but
I don't know if I keep up with that.
20. Yeah,
I'd be booked for 2 years.
Oh, I had a dream. I was hanging out with Don Jr. in Mar-a-Lago, and I gave him a piece of my mind. So about getting on this thing, getting it done. That it's just a weird dream. Like I said, I was in and out of sleep all night, and I had these weird dreams. I also had this dream. I had this dream, Jen, about a computer game called Rome Total War, which is like a strategy game, Roman strategy game. And there was this one army that I couldn't do anything with. There was something wrong with the game, and in my mind, I kept trying to think of different ways I could free that army up to go attack a city or something, and I couldn't get it done. And I spent like hours working through that in my head.
You're playing too many video games.
And
I'm pretty sure if Don Jr. could make the call,
yeah,
it would have been done.
Okay. So when you're dreaming about Rome Total War and it's not even a real scenario in the game, your brain is effed up. So my brain is definitely effed up.
You want drugs?
Yeah,
You want drugs last night?
We're joking about Phil.
I got this on Phil's website a long time ago. How could I resist that? God's Army.
God's Army.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's you.
It's freaking awesome.
All right. Thank you for all being here. By the way, just to let you know, these live streams get pulled down almost as soon as they're completed off of YouTube on Mike Barra 3 and Mike Barra 333. They end up staying on Mike Barra 2. And at least so far, they haven't shut the channel down, which I'm shocked by, Jen. Although I'm sure in an election year, Mike Barra 2 is going to go away soon. And you can always find them on mikebarra.blogspot.com, which is the home base for everything. Hey, Mike Barra, pretty much everything. Well, it's not really though, because I don't have it up to date. I gotta update it, but you can get links to my books and lectures and the Vincent Fusca video on Odyssey. All the latest shows are always there at all times, and they are linked directly to the Rumble channel, where you can find all of our shows here that are archived. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of it. And where you can subscribe for $5 a month, $5 a month subscribers. Just click on this little subscribe button, key in, I want to subscribe to Real News Live for $5 a month. And it's the best way to help the show. It really gets us going. And it's the best way to help the show. It's cheap. It's easy. Cheap for you. It's easy for us. Works out great. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers so far. Haven't got there, but, we're getting there. And the advantage of that is that you get a little red castle, and for your $5 a month, you get to get your questions answered by Jen first. So absolutely sign up for that. We would really appreciate it. Also, please do not forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at thecbdgurus.com, where you can get all kinds of wonderful products, CBD products for your health and the health of your friends and family. Slide on over to the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN. Where is it, Jen? Let me go back to captions. I know it's in here somewhere. The CBD Gurus, discount code ALIEN, and get this week's specials, including from my birthday, January 26th at 9:40, you get $100 for $100 purchase, you get 500 dinar, and for 150, you get 5,000 dinar, and you get all kinds of cool stuff. You got the lion's mane, you got the CBD gummies, you got the pain cream, you've got the water soluble Delta 9, all this cool stuff that helps keep you relaxed and happy, and kind of like I was yesterday when I was on the triathlon before I started coming down or coming out of it. Yeah, I think you're right, Jen. I think I was like spaced out and stuff. Anyway, the CBDgurus.com, where, I'm not doing very good, where you can get all kinds of cool products for your health. Also, please don't forget to visit MikeBarraPets.com, MikeBarraPets.com, where you can get, again, all kinds of cool products for your little doggies and your kitties and your horsies and yourself, your people. These are products that are really good. I've really come to really love and appreciate these things based on the Coriolis versicolor mushrooms, also the reishi mushrooms. special mushrooms that have been used forever in human health and pet and animal health. Everything's based on natural foods. There's also some antler powders that are created. If you go to the shop now button, you can slide into the products for dogs. They have mushroom products for dogs. I'm just going to tell you again, and I'm really happy to have these guys on board as a co-sponsor. Why are we not? Oh, I see. We're not seeing. We're over here. These, I give the Mojos to Barkley, and every dog I've given the Mojos to absolutely loves them. They're these little liver treats, liver-based treats with mushroom, Coriolus versicolor mushroom in them. Barkley loves them. He's been doing great on them. Also, I give him the mush puppies, which are like little peanut butter cookies, and he's less wild about those, but if I leave him lying around in his food dish, he comes out and eats them every day. And his energy level is off the scale. I mean, Barkley's just doing great. He's as healthy as he's ever been. They also have good products for cats. They have the super sauce. I know my friend Kimberly Reck has been doing that. And Jen, I'm going to have to try these this food for the kitty cats, the grain-free dry cat food, because this Fluffy Muffy, it's hard to give her the mushroom stuff. I got the freeze-dried cat food. It's hard to get it going, get her to eat that. She's just like she doesn't eat people food. She doesn't even like tuna that much. So I'm gonna get her the dry cat food because she does like to eat dry cat food, and that's pretty cool stuff. Also, the products for humans, the Versicolor mushroom-based immunity system booster. I'm taking that. And also I'm taking the Enforce Restore, which is liver support and other organs like liver and pancreas, blood pressure, blood sugar, that kind of thing. This is just my first week on them, and I'm doing very well so far. So Jen, why don't you tell us guys, I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it today. I don't know what's going on. I'm stoned. Why don't you tell us what's going on over at jenniferfallah.com this week?
Okay. Well, if you want a reading with me or a healing, or would like to have me as your private mentor for psychic development, you can go to jenniferfallah.com. This week, for this month, actually, you've had the weight loss healings on sale. That works like hypnosis, and it's a full body healing. They are divine remote healings. There are no guarantees, okay? But it helps you stay on your plan. It helps you want to be on diet. It helps you want to eat the things you're supposed to eat. It helps you want to work out. And then it's also talk with the subconscious, the soul, to tell them, hey, get rid of all that fat you got on there. Just flush it away. So if you would like those, they are on sale right now. Those will be coming off of sale tomorrow as well. Most people start out with 3 months. Summer's coming faster than you think,
Yeah.
Might as well get a little bit of mental and divine help along with you. You have to do it. You can't just sit around, eat pizza and snacks and all and stuff like that and expect to lose weight. But this definitely helps. The yearly forecast reading. This is a look ahead at different areas of your life, family, health, career and finance, and let's see, it was family, health, career, and finance. So different areas of your life. We take a look for the calendar year and kind of give you an idea of anything that's coming. That will be gone and unavailable as of tomorrow. So if you would like to get one, email after purchase to schedule. I've also got plenty of other things on there you can sign up for soon. I don't know if I think I will. I think I'll take down the offer for psychic development. I have picked up quite a few. I do have a few spaces left. So if you'd like to get in there, there's a deal. You get 4 coaching sessions. They're personal hour conversations with me and guidance and teachings about, and it's tailor-made to you as we move forward. I tell you what to do. I tell you what to watch, 9 video classes. And then, so also down below, I've got Marcy Howell is helping me with the house cleanses and personal cleanses. Susan Gret, I'm sure she's back in action, and she does a lot of things that I don't do, and she is amazing for mediumship. Talk to your loved ones who passed away, and she's helping me out with that. So go to jenniferfallah.com and get those deals before I take them down.
All right. that is what is happening over at jenniferfala.com. So, oh, and Mike Barra Pets. Don't forget to go to Mike Barra Pets. And if you have any questions, if you've got a health issue or something, or your pets have a health issue, email Diana, mikebarrapets@gmail.com. Ask her what would be the best mushroom-based products, and she will get you on a treatment plan. She's done that with a couple friends of ours. So.
I have a message for Christine Packer.
Okay.
I was watching the chat. She said she had a dream about Chester, her husband, who recently passed. Mm-hmm. He says that he has been with you every day. He has gotten special permission to spend a lot of time with you. I do believe he was in your dream last night. This is the way visitation dreams go. They got a short window to keep your attention before your emotions come in and turn it into something bad. Okay? So if they show up and you go, oh my gosh, you've passed away and you're here, and then you start to think fearful thoughts, they can really only get a couple things out. They can really only say, I love you, I'm here, smile at you, whatever. But that is an attempt, yes, to see you in your dreams. He says that he has come to you several times in your dreams, but this kind of grief thing gets in the way. So anytime you have a dream of a loved one who's passed away, and then it turns bad, and you're like, was that really them? Is that really going to happen? The first part was them, and the rest was you. Okay? But yes, he is coming. Yes, he was in the dream, and yes, he's gotten special, from what he says, special permission to be with you a lot. So he's helping you through this time. And he's saying that you can feel him. If you kind of quiet it down, stop thinking for a minute, it's like you can really feel when he's there and when he's absent. So tune into that and you'll know. But I wanted to get that out before we got on to anybody else.
Okay. We were definitely going to get to that, but that's good. I'm glad that she got that message from Chester. And we miss you, Chester. We wish you were still with us. We wish you'd been here to see everything through to the end of the road. Would have been.
And he just said, you're going to make it, Christine. It's not going to happen to you. That's good news.
You're going to make it, meaning she's going to make it to the end of this road?
She's going to go on.
Good. There's one other thing over here. Jen, I forget, I asked you, are the Seahawks going to go with the Baltimore guy or the Detroit guy? And I forget which.
I think I said Baltimore.
You said the Baltimore guy. Well, guess what? The Seahawks just hired Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator Mike McDonald as their new head coach. So
here we go.
Other Gentel confirmed. All right, let's go over to Rumble and look at the people with the little red castles. $5 a month subscribers. Gary, $5 a month subscriber, Little Red Castle. Good morning, Mike and Jen. I have been looking for a lawyer to handle my affairs. I think I found one. His name is Larry. Is he trustworthy? Thank you. Is Gary S's new lawyer, Larry, trustworthy?
For the most part.
Yeah, he's a lawyer, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to write it. You're going to have to write his ass. You're going to have to keep him working.
Okay, and also, guys, when you're going to ask a question, it really is helpful to have your name, your first real name, and the name of the person you're asking about. Ray wants to know, is Merrick Garland in custody of the White Hats as reported by Real Raw News? Is Merrick Garland under arrest?
No.
Okay. No, Real Raw News is not reliable, guys.
Not as of right this moment, no. Something went on, but I don't think he's in custody like a lot of other people that they pull out for social events or the news.
Ray, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Do you see U.S. sanctions against Venezuela continuing as they are now? or will they tighten, or will they relax? U.S. sanctions against Venezuela.
They'll be lifted eventually.
Layla, Rumble Rant for $5 a month. Thank you, Layla, for $5 not a month, but just $5 per. You didn't need to do that, but thank you very much, Layla. We appreciate it. Connie Anderson, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Hi guys, Jen. My son Kyle has been getting lightheaded and just generally hasn't felt well. Can you tell if it's stress or something else?
Sinus infection.
Sinus infection. Mike Bear has been having issues with it too. Sharon, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, and we really appreciate that. It just it piles up, guys. So think $5, it just doesn't seem like much, but when you get 75 or 80 or 100 people or 500 people, then it starts to make a difference. Connie Anderson, hi guys, Jen, my son Kyle. Kyle was Kyle already. Sharon, Little Red Castle, $5 red subscriber. My son Joe has a job interview tomorrow. Will he get the job? Sharon wants to know if Joe will get the job at his interview tomorrow.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's just like somebody asked me, "Oh, what excited me to have the job interview?" It's like, don't ask me. Don't tell him.
Yeah, don't tell him.
Because I could be wrong, and you never know. But I heard him now.
Nancy, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Nancy says, hi, Mike and Jen. My husband Thomas is suffering from anxiety and depression. When will it get better?
He may need to get a little bit of help with that to make it better.
Okay. Lori Bakemeyer, $5 a month subscriber, Little Red Castle. Hi, Jen. My question is, Cliff and I are changing the executor for our estate. It's with an attorney. Could you ask Jesus of some names of who we should change it to, please?
I'm not going to be able to pull names.
Yeah, you
like
want
that.
I don't think Jesus can pick your family members or whoever. Yeah, you kind of got to decide that yourself.
We'll do that in private.
Layla does not have a Little Red Castle, but she gave us $5, so we'll put her in here. Jen, when things go smooth, will things go smooth with my federal and state taxes this year? Layla would like to know.
I'm not getting information on that.
Lori, Little Red Castle says, thank God for the two of you. Well,
maybe I need more coffee or we don't have taxes. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Lost in Free Speech, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Jen, my name is Charlie and my sister is Christine. Christine woke up Sunday, January 21st, unable to use her leg. She is 52, no stroke, no vax, no trauma, just seeing if you see her gaining full use of her legs. Wow, that's odd.
Take her back in. We got a blockage. We got some kind of blood clot. We got something blocking the signals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't it's not, they don't see anything wrong with you. It's like, the legs don't work.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try again.
Yeah.
Get another opinion. Go back in.
Wolfcat7, Little Red Castle, $5 a month. Good morning to you too. Same thing with Wolfcat7. Okay. Will we have time after the RV to purchase our gold and silver before it goes up? I would think yes, because gold and silver metals aren't going to go up until it's publicly acknowledged that the economic.
What I got about that, and I don't know anything about it, and I could be wrong. Okay, but what I got about that is, I would say yes. I would say there's a short window there. Once we go to gold, the gold really rises. Okay, so if you're looking for gold, it goes up. And I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do with your money, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a physician either. Disclaimer. But what I saw this year for silver is that it goes up to like 60.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, but gold goes up first. Well, they both go up, but gold goes up higher. It's really in 25 that you see uh, the huge rises in silver, or close to 25. So that's what I kind of got on that.
Closer to
Um,
2025. Okay.
Sometimes you just have to wait and see what happens.
So,
But
gold sounds like to me, I would think it would be a good investment after you get your RV money. Sure it would.
well, yeah, and I do see people like moving monies around, putting it here, making investments, doing that. Um, from my estimation, yeah, I'd say there'd be some time, but
Yeah, based on the timeline that Jen sees right now.
just depends on when you have access, whether you get your 1% and how long that takes to set that up, and then we get full access to our funds after we go to gold. So it would have to be from your 1%.
Okay. Cat, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Will we have to file IRS taxes for 2023 this year? Jen does not give tax advice. I'm not allowing her to, and neither do I. Nobody knows. It depends on.
I did see something about a possible delay pushing the tax date off this year.
Mhm.
So let's keep our eyes open for that.
Okay.
Now, when we go to gold, it's gold back money. We all think about investing in gold and so I mean, I don't know. Why would you have to do that? I mean, fiat dollars, yeah. Because it's like monopoly money. Okay. But this is going to be real money. I saw a long time ago that there would actually be a strip of gold woven into the fabric of the money. So, like, if you could actually, just to redeem your gold, you could like burn the money and have the gold. I don't know if that's true.
Wow.
Awesome. It would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't worry too much about it, because you're thinking, oh, I got to hurry up and put this into something solid. That's the point of going to gold, is that it becomes solid. And I hate to say it, but like, if it was for me, I'd do silver.
Robin here, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Bruce's big call from 1:30, and others are saying they are expecting to receive RV notices after 1:30 today, and it will roll out to the various time zones 1 hour apart. What say you, Jen? Well, there's a lot of people that think now is the time. But, you get anything about that, Jen?
I say not today.
Hmm?
Not today.
Not today.
Well, by 1 p.m. today. 1 p.m. whose time?
1:30 today.
Okay, isn't it like 1:30 today Eastern? What time is it?
Yeah, it's 1:30.
Well,
Ivana Curry, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. My husband Rick is going to is my husband Rick going to have to hire an attorney over his deceased father's will?
yeah. Get it done.
Rainbow 13, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Good morning, beautiful peeps. I'm Lorraine, and my friend Stacy had a dream that I had silver eyes. What is the significance in regards to dragons and dolphins, if any? Thank you. It reminds me of that Star Trek episode, the pilot, where Gary Mitchell gets zapped by the energy barrier at the end of the galaxy, and the edge of the galaxy, and turns into a god. So
You're such a dork. Anyway,
cool.
Silver eyes. That was
Really
scary.
cool, yeah.
But what was that other part? I don't know why she saw things that way. The dream world is created by you the whole time, and then if somebody visits you, they step into that creation. Unless you travel somewhere, and don't get me started on that. What was the other part of that? The dragons? I don't know. You know what? And I don't know much about it. I've never liked dragons. I just look at them and I'm like, demons. Hello. So I'm not a good person to ask about dragons.
You're not a big dragon person.
No, I never have been ever since a kid. I just like, no, I don't like dragons.
There you go, Jen. There's your silver eyes right there. What do you think?
I think it's interesting that you just pulled that up that fast. You're such a dork.
Such a great.
Get it off the screen. Let's moving on.
Moving on. Okay. Okay. So, all right. Back over to Rumble. Rainbow 13, Little Red Castle, $5 month subscriber. Good morning, beautiful peeps. I'm Lorraine. Stacy, that was the one I just read. Little Red Castle, Tim H here. Tim H. Little Red Castle, $5 month subscriber. Asking if your impeccable guides have any spiritual orders flowing through. I assume Tim's asking if there's any direction for him in his life right now.
Yeah. You kind of had your head in the clouds lately. You need to come down for a while and take care of business. Okay. There's some things that are hanging in the background that need to be taken care of. Let's do it. Let's get it done.
Speaking of spiritual guides, Jen, the other night I was sitting there, fretting about yesterday's trip to the dentist because I don't like going under any sort of influence at all. And I was concerned about it. I was thinking, I was sitting there, you know how you talked about saying out loud, like I said, I am healing, I am going to be fine tomorrow, and I'm going to have the experience is going to be just fine at the dentist, right? And I said all that out loud, and then I picked up my phone, and it was 11. So Jesus or somebody or God was telling me, yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. So just relax. All right. Tim says he feels like he's in a spiritual holding pattern. Is what's going on with him. So anyway, all right, let's slide back on over to the YouTube side of the house and get through some questions. Thomas Klein. Good morning, Mike and Jen. Is the Texas stand going to be the war that gets Biden removed from office?
I'm not sure. It feels like the two things, what's going on over in Iraq and what's going on here, kind of come together. Because I remember I heard a woman news anchor, like on the fake news, saying Joe Biden has been removed for failing to, and it trails off. Removed from office for failing to.
Yeah, I think one scenario where that fits is that he provokes or tries to start a fight in Texas so he can seize power as the actual commander in chief, and then they say, well, we're not going for that, and that's that. We'll see.
But originally, the information I got a long time ago was Joe Biden, and that was a strong one. That was on the air. That he would be removed for trying to start a world war.
Right.
Or when. I asked again later, I said, or is it when he tries to start a world war? So that one, we're just going to have to watch it play out.
Okay. Sorry, I was adjusting my lighting there. Jen, my 3 dogs are all off with their eating. Why? Chopper eats, then doesn't eat, and sometimes throws up clear vomit. Prim is more hungry than usual, stole my husband's sandwich off the counter, and Maya ate a frozen dog turd. Frozen dog turds around your house? That's what I would like to know.
Some dogs are so gross. I have one like that. So what's going on with the dogs? Okay. One of them is hoarding the food. So the problem really is with Prim. Parasites.
Ivermectin. Get him some ivermectin. Scott Ferguson, Jen, with all the chatter out there for tomorrow, how do you feel about it? Will Wolvie sing his opera? So you said not today. What about tomorrow?
I am hopeful for the end of this week, because I did originally see approximately not the first. So we're January, February this week, but the first full week of February is when I saw people making appointments.
Okay. Hi from South Africa. Love you all. Well, Johan, it's great to see you. You know, I've never been to South Africa, and I know it's turned into a bit of a mess there in many ways. I worked with a lot of Brits in Toronto and in different cities that I worked in engineering, and they all just raved about your country, about how South Africa in the 90s was the most incredible place on earth, and they loved it. So I hope that you can get back to that in your country and everything goes good. Goes back to being good there. Yeah, triazolam. Thank you. That's what I took. And yeah, I think you're right. It could just be like coming down from the triazolam. It says in the paperwork, don't do this for 24 hours. And I'm like, I felt pretty spacey this morning when I was.
And then they have you drive home.
No, Dave drove me home. You have to have a driver.
Okay.
You have to have a driver or they won't.
I went to the dentist once when the kids were little, and I went in there, and the guy kept missing and shot me up with Novocaine like 6-7 times. Okay. To this one tooth, and I started shaking like a leaf in the office, and they're like, okay, we're all done, you can go home now. And I'm like shaking on the way out there. I'm like, is this normal? And they're like, oh yeah, bye-bye. Took me hours to be normal. I drove home. I was like, am I gonna die? I mean,
yeah, no kidding. They gave you too much.
They don't even care.
No. What's going on with the Ebola in Denver? I heard hospital staff had to take the vaccine for it.
There's no Ebola. It's bullshit.
Ebola. There's no Ebola.
And right away. Came right through.
And I don't know why Phil does, but Mike Bear, the show has more people than a Biden rally. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We get what on a bad show over the period of days, we get 2 to 5 or 6,000 views per episode. So yeah, we do have a lot more people than a Biden rally. It's true. That's because people like us better than they like Joe Biden. Mary Lockie, Jen, my dream property went off the market a month or two back. Is it waiting for me by chance? Put on the shelf, saving for when we RV. It's part of my project and dream. Love you guys.
No, but it may come available when you're looking to buy. What's happening right now, if you take a look, is like the houses aren't selling for what people need them to sell for. And so they keep dropping the price. And then you get to some point where they're just like, just take it off the market. We'll try again in the spring or summer. We'll try again a little later. And that's what's happening. So I feel really bad for real estate agents. We're coming up at a time, and I told you guys a long time ago that if we let this thing go too far, what we're going to see massive layoffs coming. That's
happening. Yep.
The houses will stop selling. The people will stop. The businesses are going to downsize so they can stay open, and they get rid of people, and they get rid of, they cut the fat. Kids are going to start moving home with their parents. That's where I'm at. Because they can't afford the rents in their area. And we're going to get to a place that looks a lot like Depression years. Okay. And I feel like we're skirting along. We've entered that time. Okay. The problem with that is that desperate people do desperate things, and we need to be aware of our surroundings when we go out. Because if people don't have anything to lose, they'll take your stuff. Okay. So it needs to happen now. Otherwise it's going to get really bad.
It's already gone on way too fucking long. So, Melanie, question: when does Jesus see my elderly mama Laura getting a financial blessing from Social Security or something? She doesn't own any foreign currency. Thanks.
Who's that Melanie Laura? It's going to be a couple months, 2 or 3, 4 months, something like that. Something in the spring happens with Social Security.
Jennifer Gabba, please send healing prayers for my 90-year-old grandma. She is in the hospital recovering from influenza B and pneumonia. Okay, by all means, absolutely.
Healing and prayers sent.
That's really tough. Mary Lockie, Mike, I sat in a dentist chair for 2 hours and they sent me home due to pain med wouldn't work after they gave the legal limit. I still wasn't numb. That used to happen to my ex-wife. She had bad teeth, and because her mom took tetracycline when she was pregnant, and she had a really hard time getting numb. It really sucked for her. So one time she was in so much pain, I came home from work and she had written me a note because she couldn't talk. She was in so much pain. It was really
that's terrible. That always kind of happens to me. I get like mostly numb, whatever they're doing, like birth, getting a tooth pulled, root canal. And they're like, oh, can you feel that? I'm like, just do it. Let's get it done. Just get it over with. Because by that time, I'm so done with it. I'm just like, I'll just take it. I'm going to take the hit because I want to get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Remember when Trump said last September that he'd defeat Biden in less than 5 months? It's that time now. Jen, do you see this happening in some manner in February? Well, good question.
There is a possible scenario where he comes back in after they pull Biden out. I'm kind of looking at March, something like that, March, April, for them to do that. If they choose that way, that plan.
Linda Smith
So it's kind of hard to say.
Linda says to Christine, my hubby visited me several times the week he passed. He had a massive heart attack and I found him dead on the floor. He visited several times the first years after.
Oh, I could tell you some stories.
Yeah.
I could tell you some stories that would make you never doubt. And I think I will tomorrow on Philosophy Show. You'll never doubt whether we live on and the soul lives on. I mean, there's just no, from my personal experience.
Yeah. Chris, I'm really sorry. She had to put her dog down Monday and I've been devastated. Does he understand why I did it? I've been feeling guilty. I would like to get his name, Chris. But
that's all right. I'll ask Jesus.
I'm really sorry. Those are the toughest days.
You know what I see every time? I just saw it again. They're relieved. They don't blame you at all. They don't really think like we do. So it's like all of a sudden, oh, and they get back up and they go home to you, or they follow you home in the car. They're just like, okay, yeah, I'm having a great day, like let's go home. And then they do cross over at one point, but they come back and forth because animals, their love and everything is just so pure when you have a domesticated animal. If you haven't noticed, I mean, you can yell at your dog, get mad at your dog, and say, no, you stay there, and you lay on your rug, and blah, 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 that was bad. They completely forgive you and completely forget that that's ever happened, So I think that's the kind of situation. I'm not picking up on any like, oh my God, you took care of my whole life, and then you killed me. And that's how I feel when
okay.
Like, oh, mommy, and then I'll just kill her. Like, that's the hardest thing when you have to put a pet down. I've had to go through that, and I'm not getting that from this situation. I think that he was relieved.
I wanted to go through. You guys, you guys are saying that that retard. I wanted to go through. You guys are. Sorry, the retard is in the chat again.
I know. I see all of our.
I never see it. So
I don't see the comment.
Yeah,
because
I never see the guy, so just don't ever,
all my people just jump on him and gets like,
yeah, just
don't
ignore him.
worry about it.
Ignore him. He only goes in for attention, so just, ignore him.
Is this the one obsessed with the Muppets? Is that it?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
that's so weird.
he's gay.
I don't know. Is it this?
No, not you. Batman says gold is going to be a great investment. Okay.
But I mean, as far as panicking about the monies that you have in the treasury, those are gold backed, and we're going to go to gold. So, like this panic, like, oh my God, am I going to have time to put this in a solid investment before, I don't really think you need to panic. I think that investment is going to be available to you. Depending on it is going to go up. And it'll probably be more than it is now.
Yeah.
But once we go to gold and you have full access to the treasury account where the funds are put, because that's real money and it's recognized as our currency, yeah, you're going to miss a lower price for that. So you would probably have to do it in a small window where you have access to your 1%, which is basically a loan in fiat dollars to buy in fiat dollars and put it into gold. And then, but that's,
I keep hearing people, well, I have to,
it would be a small window
loan. I
for
have
that,
to pay
yeah.
the loan. I have to pay the loan back and everything. Yeah, no, it's like a 401k loan. Okay. You pay yourself back with your own money. That's how it will work when the time comes.
It's an advance.
On your magic is a word used when you do not understand the unknown, and any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
I don't like magic. Never have. I don't use that word. It's manipulation.
Jen, I'm in Texas. Some are saying that Biden could call up the Texas National Guard. Would that put an end to protecting the border? That would put an end to protecting the border. Any idea? Yeah, that's a good question. Will the Texas National Guard just tell him no? Or will they obey if he calls up the Texas National Guard?
So he's going to try to override the governor's orders and take control over their National Guard. That's a pretty risky move, especially in an election year. I don't think so.
The thing is that Biden calling up the Texas National Guard is a fraud, because there's no reason to call up the Texas National Guard except to interfere in Texas' own internal affairs. So it's not like there's really a crisis. So they should just tell them, no, this is a fake crisis. We don't recognize your authority. In fact, we don't even think you were really elected president. So we don't think you're president at all. So go fuck yourself. I'd love to see that, but we'll see.
No, what we really need to be worried about here is not what we see him do on the surface. What you see him do on the surface is basically just telling the public, hey, this is his fault. I'm starting to think that maybe one of the reasons, or the reason, I see the whole World War thing information. I don't know for sure, but what we need to be aware of is people so easily forget that these groups of individuals have been flooding our border for years and on call with the deep state, whatever you want to call it. And so it's not really the front man in the band that we have to worry so much about. It's these pockets of vigilantes that are going to show up and start creating chaos, disguised as probably, I don't know, us, or as, I don't know, but I mean, could that news story that I heard be that Joe Biden was removed from office for failing to secure our borders?
Yeah.
For failing to secure our national security?
Yeah, to protect our country.
That during his administration, he let all these groups of bad guys flood into our country that can attack us here and there, and we don't even know where they are. They're out camping in the woods and in some hotel
Mhm.
that's shut down somewhere, and the government's been paying their way.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty big offense. And if that starts happening, that's when I always saw some kind of EBS happening to tell people, and military coming in and being present in the streets, because that's when because you just don't know, you make it pop up anywhere. And I really do believe they send these guys out to create so much chaos. But I originally got that that would happen when they pull him out of office. So now I'm confused about the whole thing. And that they would explain it away as the citizens are outraged because you've taken their president or something, something so ridiculous.
Yeah. Um,
That's what I'm worried about.
yeah, the layoffs. Laura says her son was laid off last Friday. I heard that 9% of the people at PayPal got laid off. Oh, I'm so sorry. I sincerely hope, please praise Jesus, that the motherfucker who deleted my account off PayPal is one of the people who got laid off yesterday. Good luck to you, buddy. Have a great week. At PayPal. God, I hope PayPal goes bankrupt. Anyway, sorry. Jen, I'm always feeling tired. I take tons of vitamins. I'm recovering from knee surgery from a fall over a year ago. Do I need iron? I am 74 years old. That's Laura.
I would go in and get a blood test. I can't tell you what to take. But there's something off. I would go in and get a basic full blood panel done and find out what you're depleted in. I don't know if it's B vitamins. So would that be? It's something like that.
Okay, let's slide back over to the Rumble side of things. A couple more questions over there. Wolfcat, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Would ivermectin keep fleas away from my cat? No, it doesn't work for that. I don't think. Kelly, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, do you see me getting my mom's house sold soon, like next month? Kelly.
Within a month.
Victoria Adams, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber. Thank you, Victoria. Do you see our group getting together in Las Vegas to celebrate with you and Mike? Yes, I do. I can answer that one.
I'm totally doing that. Yeah, we're doing that. I can't wait for that. I've been waiting for years for that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because I've been wrong so many times about the timing for that. It's really hard for me to get that one. But really, it is not my fault that this has been pushed off so many times. Yeah, well, I can see the room. It looks like a ballroom that you would have for a medium-sized wedding or a larger wedding. I see round tables with tablecloths. I see some kind of stage, not a big stage, but kind of like you would construct to put the wedding party on. So it's like a wedding, yeah. It's in a big hotel, yeah.
Carissa Holcomb wants to know, Jen, hi Jen, will I be happy if I move forward with the social media specialist for my business? Will she be happy?
If you stay on top of it and make sure that this person, you're seeing the results, that they're doing the work, that they're producing what you're paying for. Okay. If you don't, no.
Thomas Williams says, try to focus. 13,000 small businesses will be shuttering their doors this year. Report on small businesses. The banking systems are all insolvent. We'll be laying off over 60,000 for their staffing. That's not scary, because that's what the RV is all about, is to rebuild all that. So it's okay. We'll
I do think it'll all come back really quickly. But unfortunately, because of the delays, we're getting to this place.
All right, that is going to do it. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you very much. Rick, yeah, cowboying up. Yeah, I did the show because I just didn't really have any choice. Tell you what, if I felt like I felt when I first woke up this morning, I wouldn't be sitting here, but I got better as the day went on. I just feel like shit, but I'm getting better. I agree with Jen. I think I'm coming down off the meds they gave me yesterday. I had a rough day or two. And I got to go back and do it all over again for these teeth over here. They shot me up and numbed this entire side of my face up, and it never worked on it. It's like, at least it's not going to cost me any more money. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you very much. Please do not forget to visit jenniferfallah.com, where you can get all kinds of cool stuff from Jen, her readings and her products and things that she provides for you or services. The last day for the yearly look ahead is today, Jen, is it not?
Yes, it is. And I'd like to remind everybody that I'm going to start doing my own shows again. It's been a couple of years because I've been busy with this show and just slammed with work. But philosophy, thoughts over coffee, going to be taking questions, going to be teaching, going to be sharing meditations, gentle, everything. Tuesday and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Pacific. You can go to Jennifer Fallah Doring on YouTube. I'm going to be streaming there first. I had a problem with my StreamYard trying to get my Rumble up on there. I do have a Rumble, so I'm going to be getting that up at some point in time. But at this point in time, I stream to Jennifer Fallah Doring on YouTube and Beacon of Light Radio.
Yeah. Do you have a Rumble channel, Jennifer Fallah?
I do. I just can't. I can't get StreamYard to take the link that I'm finding, and I'm trying to.
It should work. It should.
Maybe
I can help you with that.
I
know it works. It's easy to do it through Restream, which is what we're using, thanks to T.
Well, I paid for a year on StreamYard.
Yeah.
We're using,
but it should work. You should be able to do it. So anyway, JenniferFallah.com, YouTube, Jennifer Fallah Doring, Philosophy on Telegram, and Jennifer Fallah Doring on Telegram. Don't forget, you can always throw some money at us too with CashApp, Mike MBARA, $MBARA33, or Zelle MBARA33 at msn.com. You can always find me at mikebara.blogspot.com. You can find the shows there. Rumble is Real News Live. Don't forget to go over there, open an account. $5 a month subscribing. It really, really is the best thing you can do for the show. Instagram, Mike Bara333, and on Telegram, I am Mike Bara33. Jen, I just looked down on my phone. There's my kitty again. It's 11:11. I don't know. Do all that stuff. I don't know what that means. What's God trying to tell me right now?
Get your thoughts back in order to quit flipping people off on the screen, maybe. This is probably telling you that.
Jesus would never stop me from doing that. And on Twitter X, at Mike Bara333, down in the lower left-hand corner there, at Mike Bara333. And I got some Seahawks stuff started. I started a Seahawks show. Rumble is Real News Live, Mike Bara3 and Mike Bara333 on YouTube. And do not forget the CBD Gurus. Where's the CBD Gurus thing, Jen? Where is it? There it is. The CBD Gurus discount code is ALIEN. And don't forget to head on over to MikeBaraPets.com. MikeBaraPets@gmail.com is the email. You can email Diana, and she'll tell you all about whatever your issue or your pet's issue is. She'll come up with the right program for you. And I really like them. I really think that the folks over at Mike Bara Pets are doing a great job and going to continue to do a great job. And I am taking their products, and I'll let you know in 3 months. I'm going to take them for 3 solid months and let you know how everything goes. Jen, any final thoughts? You already gave your final thoughts. Everybody hang in there.
Have a great day, everybody. Yeah. We are watching the climax and conclusion to this whole thing. Let's enjoy it. Okay?
Kick back, relax, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Okay, guys. That's going to do it. Thank you for being here. Jen and I will be back on Monday. I might try to do a makeup show with Brooks and Blake on Friday. I might. And right now, I don't know about Whiskey and Wisdom tonight. Mark might ask me. Just depends on how I feel in 6 hours. So we'll see. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. And God, Jen, I really would like to get this dental stuff done. I mean, I really would. All right.
Have a
Love
great
you.
day.
What's that?
Have a great day.
Have a great